Good evening. I'm Landon with Mermaid Press. It's snowing. It's fucking snowing. Super. Well, I guess it's time to do a little check-in with my hard chargers. Okay. If you didn't know, it's wintertime. Okay. It's time to kind of repack your kit. It's bin time. You need to do this before. I just want to go over a little checklist of stuff you need for when it's cold, especially when it's snowing. If you are some of my brethren in the Midwest, you know about snow. If you're in New England, you know about snow. Pacific Northwest, in areas you do get a lot of snow. So, what changes do we need to make? All right. So obviously, dress warmer, right? See, I got my fingerless gloves because they had holes in them. I cut them off. Well, they're not great gloves to have, all right? Part of your insulation for your body, all right? There's just things you need to cover. You need to cover the extremest of extremities, okay? Your fingers or toes, your ears, okay? And you need to trap heat. Duh. A beanie will do that. A scarf will help heat from escaping around your neck and help keep your neck a little warmer. Get that blood flowing between the brain and the heart. We don't want things that absorb water very well. This M65 field jacket sheds a little bit of water. It is not waterproof. I don't even have the insulator in this right now, but I mean, I do have one. If it got really cold and I had to stay out in this, I'd probably grab it with some more waterproof gloves, insulated waterproof gloves, maybe ones from Outdoor Research. Okay, mechanics gloves just don't cut it all the time. I definitely put on some insulated skivvies, all right, or underwear. The waffle stuff, the Hanes waffle stuff from Walmart is perfect. It's in the right price range and it works. And it's not meant to be like a working garment. All right, this isn't something you're going to be chopping wood with. Okay, your classic Carhartt coveralls are in that realm. So if you know me, I talk about having a beanie, even in the summer, I have one of these because at night it can get a little chilly, especially if you sweat all day. You just need something to keep a little bit of heat, get yourself a little more comfortable at night. In the winter, especially when it's snowing, because the humidity is going to be not just in the air, it's going to be landing on you and melting and making you wet. It keeps the top of your head dry. It keeps the heat from escaping out of the top of your head, which a lot of your heat escapes from. But also, you just need a little morale boost, okay? It's kind of like having tobacco with you, okay? You need a couple things to be shoring up, okay? Ground pads, just something to get you up off the ground. This isn't hammock weather, clearly. So you need to be able to adjust shelter stuff for purposes to keep you alive longer. You need to be sure of fire. Okay, I've talked about practice making your fires. Right now is a time where, especially when you wake up in the morning and there's snow on the ground, go try to make a fire. It's fucking hard, okay? Everything that isn't dry or isn't wet yet, until you start heating it up, will become wet. Your campsite's going to become a muddy mess. You need to understand your skills in that, all right? So right, insulative, waterproofing, and fire. Very simple things. All those things just help you maintain morale for when you're in the field, okay? And when I say in the field, I mean on a camping trip, okay? We don't have to get off in the weeds about recce or whatever. But I do want to stress, if you do not have a little tiny gas camping stove, you need to get one. They sell them on Amazon for like $15. I'll try to find one and link it. All right? It doesn't matter if it's good. You can get a good one later. But you need to know that, hey, I have something to heat some water up. I have something to make some tea with. Just morale. I mean, most of the fun things in life that we enjoy help increase our morale. When you're miserable, cold, if you're not practiced in the art of suffering, okay, suffering's religious if you do it right, okay? I am comfortable where no one else is comfortable. Okay, my time in the military definitely taught me how to do that. All right, just suffer in silence and be the confidence that the people under you want to be. Be like, damn, Corporal Landon has not complained once about this weather. I want them to be able to say that. That way they go, you know what? It's not that bad. And that's really the mentality, all right? So third is just mentality, all right? Your winter weather stuff, get a stove, maintain morale. Learn to be uncomfortable. It's okay to complain. It's one of your God-given rights. But you need to understand that self-deprecation, complaining, all those things just drag your overall morale down and makes this so much harder. All right? I want everyone I teach to be hard to kill. Okay? I don't want the weather to kill you. I don't want the enemy to kill you. I definitely don't want you to not be having a good time when you don't understand the valuable training that is in this. You might need it one day. All right? Inside your person. Intrapersonal leadership. I've had a video on this in the past. It's just something you need to master. You can't lead people if you can't lead yourself. Okay? Get out, be a little uncomfortable, get a little wet. Try to dry yourself out. Figure out how long it takes a shirt to dry out around a fire. These are things you need to train for. Don't be one of these people who, when the going gets tough, right, that you stop. I don't need you to stop, all right? The hump has just started. I believe in each and every one of you. I do. I think that, especially if you're watching me, you have a little bit of hope. You also have a little bit of grit. I want you to embrace that grit. Get out. Grab an axe. Chop some firewood. Get warm. All right? Listen, I got a hole in my house right now. I got snow falling. I'm just walking around checking the place out, making sure I'm not going to be having a disaster in the morning. And just trying to enjoy it. It hasn't snowed here often. It's beautiful. Right? Listen. You have that wonderful peace. You're also not at the Battle of the Bulge, watching a line, waiting for the Germans to come through, freezing your butt off. Do yourself a favor. Go train. All right? Guys, we are on the absolute cusp of 500 subscribers. I want to do something special. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to have a video where I try to answer some questions. I have had questions in the past. I'll just farm them from old comment sections. Try to compile them. All right? I'm excited. I never thought I'd get even close to 500. I thought it would be like my mom and my granddad watching me, and that would be it, which I'm totally happy with. But the fact that I'm seeing this much success on the level that I am and who I am matters a lot to me. I love teaching. There are things that I've been doing recently that have just ignited a new fire in things that I want to teach, and we're going to get back to home protection. We're going to get back into basic land navigation. We're going to get back into packing bags. We're going to do some gear stuff, all right? Gear is not my thing. I know about gear, but I'm not the right guy to review all of it. But I do have some that I like reviewing, all right? So sit tight. Wait for the Patreon too, all right? I know I've had a hiccup here, but it's coming, okay? We're solving problems. We still have hope. Everybody's good here. The fires are stoked. Bellies are full. Babies are in bed. We're good. Do yourself a favor, hard chargers, okay? Go through your bag today. Go through your bag today. And make sure that you have what you need for the coming storm. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy some of this peaceful quiet and shut my mouth and suffer a little bit. Hug your families. Find out what's killing you. If it's the cold, get a jacket and kick its ass. Stay safe, folks.